Hello students, this is Dr. A.S. Ayyad. In this class today, we will see the numerical example on two-hinge parabolic arch. Analysis of two-hinge parabolic arch. The statement of numerical is a two-hinge parabolic arch of span 20 meter and central rise 5 meter carries point load of 20 kilonewton at the crown. Find horizontal thrust and reactions at support and also draw bending moment diagram for the given arch. So this is two hinge parabolic arch. Hinge support is provided at A and B. The span, horizontal span between A and B support is 20 meter. And central rise means this vertical distance between horizontal line and the point where point load, this is crown point. This central rise is called as central rise, which is given as a 5 meter. 20 kilonewton load is acting at the crown, means exactly at the topmost point of the arch. Now question is to find out the horizontal thrust and support reactions. So first step is to find out the support reactions. Support A is hinge support, support B is also hinge. So at hinge support we know that there are two reactions present, horizontal reaction and vertical reactions. So vertical reaction at A let represent as a RAV, and vertical reaction at B let assume it is RBV. Now in case of arch, the horizontal reaction at hinge support is named as horizontal thrust, right? Since arch is subjected to transverse load, this will compress the arch vertically downward. Because of this downward load, the point C will try to shift downward. So when arch is compressed downward, support A and support B will try to move outside. So support A try to shift towards left and support B will try to shift towards right. To resist this movement, whatever reaction is developed at A must be in opposite direction. So reaction at A must be towards right to resist this movement, as well as reaction at B must be towards left to resist this movement. So these two reactions, horizontal reaction at A and B, are called as horizontal thrust, right? So horizontal thrust means horizontal reactions develop at hinge supports, but their direction is fixed. When arch is subjected to the downward transverse load on the arch, the horizontal reaction at A must be towards right and horizontal reaction at B must be towards left. These two reactions are called as horizontal thrust, which is represented as H. Okay, and vertical reaction is regular, that is vertical reaction at A, let it be RAV, and vertical reaction at B will be RBV. So now our question is to find out these support reactions RAV, RBV, as well as to find out horizontal thrust, and at the end to find out the bending moment, maximum bending moment, and to draw the bending moment diagram. So we will start with the first step. First step is to calculate the reactions. Okay, so this is considered as a H, that is horizontal thrust, and these two are RAV and RBV, that is vertical reactions. So by using the fundamental equations of equilibrium, which we know in engineering mechanics, summation of Fy equal to 0, summation of moment equal to 0. We are not using here summation of Fx equal to 0 because there is no horizontal load acting on the arch. So we are using summation of Fy equal to 0. So plus RAV plus RBV minus 20 equal to 0. So RAV plus RBV equal to 20, equation number 1. then we'll take summation of moment about point A, right? So moment of RAB will be equal to 0 because passing through point A. So there will be moment of 20 kilonewton, it is clockwise, and moment of RBV will be anti-clockwise. Perpendicular distance of 20 kilonewton will be 10 meter, half of 20 because it is acting at the crown. This is 10 meter, and perpendicular distance of RBV will be 20 meter. Okay, so minus 20 into 10 plus RBV into 20. This is clockwise moment, this is anti-clockwise moment. So you will get reactions RBV equal to 10 kilonewton. Therefore, if you put this RBV in the first equation, you will get RAV equal to 10 kilonewton. So these are the reactions, vertical reactions at hinge support A and hinge support B. Of course, this is basic fundamental. If arch is subjected to central point load, the reactions will be half at left support and half at right support. No need to apply these equations of equilibrium and to show this calculation. We can directly write down this is 10 kilonewton and this is 10 kilonewton because of central point load. W by 2 are the reactions. So vertical reactions are over. Now to find out the horizontal reaction, which is actually called as horizontal thrust. This is horizontal thrust we need to calculate. Okay. Now there is a formula to calculate the horizontal thrust, that is H equal to integration of m into y divided by integration of y square, integration with respect to x, both the terms. Now what is m equal to? M equal to equation of moment at any point on the arch. Okay. Y equal to vertical distance of any point on the arch. Vertical distance means, suppose if you select this is the point, any point, and its distance from the horizontal line, this is called as y coordinate. Okay, and x means this, x coordinate is x is the distance of any point in horizontal direction and y is the distance of any point in the vertical direction. Okay, so using this integration formula we can find out the horizontal thrust. Now we have to find out this numerator and denominator. So one by one we will see how to find out the numerator and denominator. Okay. Now, so if you see, we already find out the reaction 10 kilonewton. Now if you select any point on this arch, suppose here I have selected one point, let us assume this point is P. Now what is the horizontal distance of this point P? X distance, let us assume as a x, and vertical distance is y. So if horizontal distance is x, what is this vertical distance of any point P? That we can calculate by using this equation. This is the equation of parabolic arch to find out vertical distance of any point on the arch if horizontal distance is x. So y equal to 4h upon L square in bracket Lx minus x square, where h is equal to central rise, that is 5 meter here, this is called as h. Then L is equal to span of arch, which is equal to 20 meter. Okay, x is a distance, horizontal distance of that point. So if you substitute value of h and L here, 4 into 5 upon 20 square into 20 into x minus x square. So y value you will get 0.05 is the answer of this ratio, 0.05 in bracket 20x minus x square. This is called as vertical distance of any point on the arch. So if you just put what is the x distance of that point, you will get y distance. So this is the expression of y coordinate of any point. Okay. Now to find out the horizontal thrust, we have to divide this arch into two parts, two sections. If you draw a vertical line from the crown, this is called as left section and this is right section, or you can say this is zone A to C, and this is zone B to Z, B to C. There are two zones, left of point load and right of point load. Okay, so in these two zones we have to take two sections. suppose if I take one section in left zone, let assume distance of this section from left support is x. Okay. Now this zone is starting from A and ending at C. So limits of this zone will be 0 to 10, because this horizontal distance is total 0 to 10. Okay. So limits of this zone A to C will be 0 to 10. Now numerator of that horizontal thrust formula is m into y dx. So m equal to moment equation. Okay. So if I want to take moment here, since I am considering the left zone A to C, I have to consider left part of this section. Okay. So if I consider left part of this section, on the left part, forget about this horizontal thrust because we are calculating this. So this is not the force. Now the remaining force on the left section is only 10 kilonewton vertical force. When we consider the left section of point load, the sign conventions we are going to follow are clockwise positive and anti-clockwise negative. And if you consider the right zone, in that case anti-clockwise will be positive and clockwise will be negative. These are the sign conventions. Now coming to point, we have selected one point here, we are taking section here. On the left part of this section there is only one vertical force, 10 kilonewton. Its perpendicular distance is this x, so moment will be 10 into x. Now since this moment will be clockwise in nature, its sign will be positive. So this is value of m. Now value of y is equal to this, we already calculated here, this is y. So m into y is this. Okay, but the integration is not yet over, we have to add this second zone here. So plus, now second zone is B to C. Okay, so B to C, again limits are 0 to 10, right, 0 to 10. Now we have to consider the right portion of the point load, so B to C zone. So if I take section at any point here, this is the point, horizontal distance of that point, let assume again x. So if you see the right part of this section, which forces are present, again we are not considering h because that we are calculating. So on the right portion of this section also there is only one vertical force, that is 10 kilonewton. Moment of this will be anti-clockwise. Since we are considering the right section of 20 kilonewton, as we discussed, we will take anti-clockwise positive and clockwise negative, right. So as per these sign conventions, this anti-clockwise will be plus. So moment will be equal to 10 into x again, this m equal to 10 into x. Now value of y is same, y equal to same 0.05 into 20x minus x square. And we are adding these two zones because we are considering the complete arch A to B. Only we divided it into two zones, A to C, then C to B. Okay. Now if you perform the integration in your calculator or manually, you will get the answer of this. This plus this integration, the answer is equal to, now since both the integrations are same, we have taken it here as a 2 times one integration, and its answer is coming 4166.67 kilonewton. This is the value of numerator involved in horizontal thrust formula, right. In the last slide we had seen this one. Now we have finished the numerator. Now we have to calculate the denominator. Okay. Now what is denominator is integration of y square. So y we know, we already calculated this y. So square of that, y square means square of that. Now this denominator y square we have to integrate directly from A to B, not in two zones. Directly we have to integrate from left support to right support. So here it is x equal to 0 and at point B x is equal to 20 span. So limits will be 0 to 20. Okay, so put the value of y. Again, if you integrate this y square either in your calculator or manually, you will get value of y square 266.67, right? So this divided by this is nothing but horizontal thrust. So if you substitute these values, you will get horizontal thrust is equal to 4166.67 upon this. The answer is 15.624, right? This is the final value of horizontal thrust, which is also called as horizontal reactions. Now, if you want to check whether your this horizontal thrust value is correct or not, there is a standard formulas are also available to calculate the horizontal thrust. So in case of 2-hinge parabolic arch subjected to point load at the center of arch, that is W, and if span is L, the equation or standard formula to calculate that horizontal thrust is 25 into WL divided by 128H. This is the standard formula. So if you put 25 into W is equal to load, that is 20, then L is equal to span, that is 20, divided by 128 into H. H is equal to vertical rise, central rise, that is 5 meter. If you put all these values and calculate, you will get answer 15.625. Here we got 15.624. It means our value of horizontal thrust is correct. Okay, so it means now this is answer for reactions at supports. Vertical reactions already we calculated by using simple engineering mechanics. If a central point load 20, half will be at left support, half will be at right support, 10-10, and this horizontal reaction is also called as horizontal thrust, which we calculated by using this equation. The answer we got 15.624. Okay. Now one more question is asked in the numerical, that is draw bending moment diagram. We know that if end of the structure is a simple support, it may be hinge, it may be roller, bending moment is always equal to 0 at simple support. So bending moment at A and bending moment at B must be equal to 0. Now to plot the bending moment diagram, we must know the third point. One more point to plot the diagram. So we will calculate the bending moment at point C. Okay. So bending moment at A and B are 0. Now bending moment at point C. So how to calculate? So if you take a moment here, and suppose if you consider the left part, left section, now bending moment due to 10 kilonewton and bending moment due to 15.624. Okay. Since we are considering the left portion, we know that we are taking clockwise as a positive and we will take anti-clockwise as a negative. So moment of 10 will be positive and moment of H will be negative. So 10 into, we are taking moment at C, so this distance is 10 meter. Okay, so 10 into 10, it will be 100, and this is minus 15.624 into vertical rise is 5 meter. So answer will be 21.88 kilonewton meter. Okay. So this is maximum bending moment at point C. At A and B it is equal to 0. So you can plot the bending moment diagram. See, this is the arch ABC point. Bending moment at A is equal to 0, at B equal to 0, and at C we got it is 21.88. Okay, so if you join, since it is a central point load, the BMD will be joined with the straight lines triangle like this. This will be the bending moment diagram. So A to 21 you join with the straight line and B to 21 join with the straight line. This is called as bending moment diagram for the given 2-hinge parabolic arch. Okay. So this is answer for the numerical example to calculate the horizontal thrust, the support reactions, and to plot the bending moment diagram. I hope all of you have understand how to solve the problem of two hinge parabolic arch. Okay, in the next lecture we'll solve the next problem. Thank you very much.